The U.S. Supreme Court today allowed Texas to begin enforcing a law that gives local police the power to arrest people they suspect of crossing the border illegally. Hello, I'm Steve Eager.
Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes. So this really is a change of direction from yesterday when the court issued an indefinite stay on the law known as SB 4. Reaction, as you can imagine, has been swift from both sides. The Latino group LULAC, Latino Rights Group, announced a statewide Know Your Rights education campaign in case people are stopped by law enforcement. Fox 4's Sean Rabb joins us live with analysis of the High Court's ruling, which is substantial, even if a temporary victory for Texas. Sean.
It is a victory for Texas and hard to interpret the court's actions. Yesterday, an indefinite stay, now an order allowing the Texas immigration law known as SB 4 to go into effect. The White House issued a statement saying it fundamentally disagrees with the Supreme Court's order. They say, in fact, this law is unconstitutional, that it will make Texas communities less safe, increase the burden on law enforcement, and create confusion and chaos at the border.
To say I'm shocked, it would be an understatement. I'm honestly very shocked.
Dallas immigration attorney Belinda Arroyo shocked at the 6-3 split Supreme Court, allowing for now the contentious Texas law that gives police powers to arrest people suspected of crossing the border illegally.
I think you had some that were clearly for it, some that were clearly against it, and in the middle they said, well, procedurally, we're just kind of going to bat it down and say, you know, the Fifth Circuit needs to deal with this, and we'll get involved when it's time.
Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton and Governor Greg Abbott taking to X, the governor who calls the surge at the border an invasion, posting in part, "We still have to have hearings in the Fifth Circuit Federal Court of Appeals, but this is clearly a positive development." The law giving state and local police arresting power based on probable cause, with misdemeanor charges to be decided by judges who can then order those convicted back to the border for expulsion. Austin immigration attorney Crystal Gomez.
My fear is that it was a 6-3 decision with the conservative judges ruling in favor, and that that's going to be the decision if it gets to the Supreme Court later too, that they're going to say that this isn't unconstitutional, that Texas can, you know, be a cowboy in enforcing their own immigration laws, despite the fact that this is usually the federal government's domain.
Constitutional law attorney David Cole.
It allows Texas to go forward with enforcement of this new law, and that's going to open up a number of other questions that we're going to have to confront very quickly.
Like what?
Where are you going to put these people? If the state has authority to arrest people, to deport people, how? I mean, the federal government has a system to do that. The immigration courts, criteria for deportation, places they send people when they're being deported. I'm not sure what the Texas arrangements are for that.
The majority justices did not issue an opinion. Among the dissenting, Justice Sonia Sotomayor, writing, "This upends the federal-state balance of power that's existed over a century."
We have the interaction of federal immigration law with Texas now attempt to regulate immigration. We're going to see a lot of confusion and inconsistencies, and I think that's the most shocking part for me.
So the law can go into effect for now, but look, it's not etched in stone. It's more like drawn in clay, because April 3rd, oral arguments at the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals in New Orleans. Did federal Judge David Ezra in Austin get it right when he said this law was unconstitutional, or will we have a new constitutional paradigm?